About the architecture and the block diagram of 8086 microprocessor, and today we are going to discuss about the addressing modes and what are the various addressing modes that will be supported by the 8086 microprocessor. And we know the basic addressing modes which we have come across in the unit 1. So what is addressing mode and what are the basic addressing modes that will be supported by the all the processors. So that concept we have already discussed in the unit 1. So there we saw some examples related to those particular addressing modes. So for example, immediate addressing mode, direct addressing mode, indirect addressing mode, and register addressing mode, and register indirect addressing modes. So these are the basic addressing modes that will be supported by the many of the processors. But here the concept is what are the various addressing modes that will be supported by the 8086 microprocessor. So the addressing modes, we are purely concentrating on the 8086 addressing modes. So there are plenty of addressing modes are there, and we'll see each and every addressing mode with example and what is the use of that addressing mode. And this will be the long answer from this unit. And you can get even 2 marks question, like short answers also you will get. List any 5 addressing modes of 8086 microprocessor, or sometimes they may ask individual questions on each and every addressing mode, like what is a direct addressing mode, give an example. What is indirect addressing mode, give an example. So like that they will ask even 2 marks. In 2 marks questions also they will ask an individual addressing modes. So today we'll see the all addressing modes that will be supported by 8086. So what is an addressing mode? So basically an addressing mode is the way of specifying the data, how from where we are moving the data and from where we are accessing the data. So when you are talking about the addressing mode, we should know the instruction. So what is an instruction? An instruction consists of an opcode and the operand. So we know already this one. So an instruction, if you take any example as a basic instruction, so basic instruction, an instruction consists of two things, opcode and operand. So opcode is nothing but an operation code, what type of operation that you are performing on the data, that is an opcode. And operand is nothing but from where you are going to access the data. So if you know these two things in an instruction, so it specifies the way how we are going to access the data. So the way how we are going to access the data, in simple terms, the way how we are accessing the data. So the logical organization of the data accessing. So that in simple terms we can call it as an addressing mode. So addressing mode, for example, if you are using opcode and operand, so an instruction consists of an opcode, as I told you. Suppose if you are writing move and I am taking a comma b, a comma b. So each and every instruction consists of two things. Suppose if I am writing move a comma b, so in this instruction, and a, suppose if you are taking a, and a will be till here, you can call it as an opcode, moving the data from a register to b register. Let us say if it is an example a and b. So the a and b is having two different meanings. So one is source and the one is destination. One is source and one is the destination. One will act as source and one will act as a destination. So suppose we are moving the data from, in this scenario, moving the data from b register to a. The meaning of this one is moving the data from b to a, b to a. That is the meaning. So whatever the contents that are stored in the b register will be transferred to the register a. So which one will act as a source and which one will act as a destination? Can anyone tell me? Moving the data from b register to a, which is source and which is destination? Here b will be called as a source register, b will be called as a source register, and a will be called as a destination register. Okay, so a will be called as a destination register. So when we are going to move the data from one register to another register, these two registers we are using. So move is an instruction which we are calling it as an opcode. Okay, move is an opcode, and here operand is nothing but from where we are going to move the data. So in this example, we are going to move the data from in between two registers. Those are A and B. So always B will be acting as a source and A will be acting as a destination. It is very important to understand the concept. Move A comma B. B will be the source and A will be the destination. Okay, B will be the source and A will be the destination. So that means, suppose if we are having value B is equals to 10. After executing this instruction, A value will also be 10. Why? Because we are moving the data from B register to A. So B, if the value of B is 10, then the value of A is also 10, because B is the source and the A is the destination. So this is the general scenario. So if you want to understand the concept simply, I gave this example. So what it is specifying, move A comma B, the instruction gives the information about the type of operation we are performing move, and we are making use of the two registers A comma B. Okay, so if we are making use of two registers, then this type of addressing mode, I am specifying the, I am using the term addressing mode. This type of scenario will be called as an register addressing mode. Why? Because we are making use of the two register. The register names are the A and B. So this type of addressing mode will be called as an register addressing mode. One of the addressing mode that will be supported by the 8086 processor. 8086 processor. In the similar way, we are having almost 10 addressing modes that will be supported by the 8086 microprocessor. Hope you understood. Just raise your hands. Did you understand the concept? Raise your hands. Addressing mode. What is an addressing mode? You can raise your hands. Yeah. It's very simple concept. Okay, so simply we are taking an instruction and we are trying to move the data from one place to other place. Fine. So then what are the typical addressing modes that will be supported by the 8086 microprocessor? So here is a list of addressing modes that will be supported by the 8086 microprocessor. So the way of specifying data to be operated by an instruction is known as an addressing mode. So I already demonstrated that. So this specifies that the given data is an immediate or address, anything. So if you are giving immediate, means we should specify the data. For example, I'll tell you that also. If you want to move the immediate data, for example, move, I am taking move, then A comma, so 1 2 3 4. What is the meaning of this one? Move A comma 1 2 3 4. So here 1 2 3 4 is data and A is the register. A is the register. So if you execute this instruction, what will be an output? So the output will be A is equals to 1 2 3 4. As it is a 8086 microprocessor, as it is an 8086 microprocessor, it will support 16-bit data directly. So 8086 microprocessor will support the 16-bit data directly. So we can give 1 2 3 4 as the data. It will not consider this an address. So if you want to make it as an address, we should keep square braces like this. If you keep square braces like this, the address, the value which is present at 1 2 3 4 location will be moved into the register A. So it is not an address. Directly I am moving the data. So 1 2 3 4 is the data. That 1 2 3 4 data will be moved into the register A. So the value of A is equals to 1 2 3 4. After executing this instruction, you will get an output as A is equals to 1 2 3 4. This type of addressing mode will be called as immediate addressing mode. But you cannot represent 1 2 3 4 directly like this. There is a separate symbol called hash. So this symbol is used for representing the data. So when any number which is preceded by the hash symbol will be called as an data. Okay, so this type of an addressing mode will be called as an immediate addressing mode. That means immediate data we are transferring into the A register. So A is not a single register. In terms of 8086 microprocessor, one of the category of general purpose registers are AX. AX is a register. That register will be called as an accumulator. So AX. So here also AX. AX is a 16-bit register. That's the reason we are moving the 16-bit data into the AX register. Or else you want to move 8-bit data only. In that case, the AX register is divided into AL plus AH. Suppose if I want to move the 8-bit data, what can I do? In what way I can transfer the data is, so here, yeah. So what can I, how can I rewrite this instruction? It's a simple way, move AL comma 1 2. If you are using move AL comma 1 2, so it will understand AL is the lower register and value of AL is the 12. Okay, or if you want to move the other data like move AH comma 3 4. So after executing this, what you will get, AH is equals to 3 4. So this is the way we will move the 8-bit data into register. And you can ask one question, sir, why are you making or not making use of hash in front of this? So no need of making use of hash in front of this. Directly it will understand AL register is an 8-bit register. So that's the reason it is going to take the data 1 2. When you are making use of the 16-bit data only, we can make use of this immediate as symbol. At a time 16-bit data if you want to transfer. If you want to transfer 8-bit data, so this is for 8-bit. This is for 8-bit data. And this is also for 8-bit data. And here it is 16-bit data. So remember this one. This type of programs they will ask in the 2 marks question. Okay. This type of programs they will ask in the 2 marks question. I will tell you in immediate simply adding two numbers or addition of two numbers or sum of two numbers. Okay, and sum of two numbers. How they will ask? It's simple. Move ax comma 1 hash 1 2 3 4 and move one more register you take bx comma hash 1 2 3 4 and add ax comma bx, and to stop this program you will have int 05. int 05. So this is the program in assembly level language 8086 microprocessor. This program is used for performing addition of two 16-bit numbers. Addition of two 16-bit numbers. This is a 2 marks question. Write a program to perform addition of two 16-bit numbers. So in this way they will ask the question. Write a program to perform addition of two 16-bit numbers. Now I am asking you to write a program to perform addition of two 8-bit numbers. How we can do it? Addition of two 8-bit numbers. So how to write? It is simple. Move AL comma 1 2 comma move BL comma, one more I am taking 3 4 and add AL comma BL and int 05. What is this int 05? When you are executing the programs, you will know interrupt number 05, that is used for stopping the program execution. Halt, which is similar to halt, HLT. Halt you will have. Halt means stop it, don't do anything. So addition of two 8-bit numbers. This is also 2 marks question. Move is used for moving the data from 12 into the AL register. That means the value of AL is equals to 12 and now value of BL is equals to 3 4. And if you are going to add this value, so what will be an output? So AL comma BL, again the result will be stored in AL itself. Why? Because AL is an accumulator and you can see it is a 4 and 6. So if you add this one, you will get the value like this, 34 and 12. So 46 is the value. So and the program will be stopped. So the result you can get in the register AL is equals to 46 and 46 is also a 8-bit data. 46 is also an 8-bit data. In the previous case, suppose if you are going to move the data 16-bit register 1234 and 1234. So if you are adding the 1234 and 1234, so you know the output. So here 1234 you are adding and 1234. Suppose if you had 1234, you will get 2, 4, 6, 8. It is also a 16-bit data. It is also a 16-bit data. So when you are performing this kind of the programs, there may be 2 marks questions also they will ask from this. So here you will get 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. The output will be the 2, 4, 6, 8. It is a 16-bit data. In that case, we will use this hash symbol which is used for representing the immediate addressing mode. Okay, immediate addressing mode. So now if you are making use of the address, how to make use of the address? Simple. Move a comma, address will be always indicated with the help of the @ symbol. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now the meaning of this one is the data which is present at 1, 2, 3, 4 location will be moved to AX register. This is the meaning. The data which is present at that location. You hope you understood. @ symbol is used for representing an address. It is used for representing an address. So if it is hash, then what it is? It is a data. It is directly a data. Now I am demonstrating the address. So that's the reason address 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose if you are taking 1, 2, 3, 4 location at somewhere in the microprocessor and that 1, 2, 3, 4 location is having the value 10. Let us assume 1, 2, 3, 4 value is having the 10. So in that case, what will happen? The value of AX is equals to 10. So the AX value will also be equivalent to 10. So this kind of addressing mode is an direct addressing mode. We are specifying move AX comma @ 1, 2, 3, 4. The value which is at present in this location will be moved into the AX register. So AX value will be 10. So this is direct way of writing the register like addressing modes. Most frequently used and most widely used addressing modes are the immediate and the direct addressing modes. Why? Because we will, if you want to perform or if you want to execute any simple instruction in the microprocessor, definitely we will take the data, definitely we will take the address. So without data and without address we cannot do in the microprocessor. So that's the reason what we are doing, we are representing the address and the data. So addressing modes, direct addressing modes and the immediate addressing mode. So these are the most widely used addressing modes. So you can raise your hands. Did you understand the topic? Direct and the immediate addressing modes. Just raise your hands. Yeah. So these are very simple addressing modes, right? So these are very simple addressing modes which we can use directly. But the microprocessor also will support the various addressing modes. So you can see here. So the way how we are specifying the data to be operated in an instruction will be called as an addressing mode. So I told, and what are these are the different types of addressing modes that will be supported by the 8086 microprocessor. And first one I demonstrated with the examples, register addressing mode. In this type of addressing mode, both the operands are registers. So example is move AX comma BX, and you can see here the example is move AX comma BX. That means AX register and the BX register, those two are the 16-bit registers. Those two are the 16-bit registers. So as you can see here, okay, so these two are the 16-bit register. In the same way, XOR, performing the exclusive OR operation between the AX and the BX registers. Fine. So exclusive OR operation. So here you have one more 16-bit register, and here add AL comma BL. These are 8-bit register. As I demonstrated, adding the content of two 8-bit registers AL and the BL, and the type of operation is an addition. So this is an example for the register addressing mode, and next one is an immediate addressing mode. This also I told you, immediate addressing mode. Suppose when you are specifying, as symbol will be used for specifying the immediate addressing mode. So here they have, as a textbook explanation, directly they gave move AX comma 2000, but when you are executing in the 8086 microprocessor, definitely we will go with the as symbol in front of the 16-bit data, then only it will be accepted. In this type of addressing mode, the source operand is 8 or 16-bit data, and destination operation can be never be immediate data. That what he is telling is, you can take 8-bit, one of the registers should be there when we are using the immediate addressing mode. That is the meaning. You cannot take like this, move 1 2 3 4 comma 5 6 7 8. You cannot use like this. Okay, this you cannot use, because two addresses you cannot move the data. Illegal operation this is. Okay, we cannot do. We can't move the data between two addresses or two data values. Either the destination should be an register. Definitely the destination should be an register. It should not be a number. So that is the meaning of the explanation. So in this type of addressing mode, the source operand is either 8 or 16-bit data, and the destination should be, can never be an immediate data. So this is an example for that. So you cannot use like this. You cannot use like this. Okay. So if you are making use of it, then again it will be cancel. It will be treated as an illegal operation. Fine. So operand can never be an immediate data. Okay, and these are the typical examples for that, and you can go with the examples. And next one is a displacement or direct addressing mode. As I told you, the direct addressing mode. So basically we will represent. So this one I gave the example also. So the direct addressing mode will be represented, address that will be represented with the help of this one. Okay. So with the help of this one, so you can make use of this as a direct addressing mode. So that means AX comma @1234, when you are executing in 8086 microprocessor, @ symbol we need to use, then only it will treat it as a direct addressing mode. Okay, and when you are representing here, you should write like this, move AX comma DISP displacement. Displacement means the value which we are taking. Displacement means the value that we are going to take. So here also we are taking the displacement for 0500. This is an example for direct addressing mode, and here I gave the example for the direct addressing mode as well. Okay, and register indirect addressing mode. It is very simple. So I'll tell you what is a register indirect addressing mode. So we are placing the value in one of the register. So for example, so try to understand concept very clear. Why? Because you need to explain each and every addressing mode with the help of example. Okay, so if you understand now, then it will be easy for you to write. So move AX comma, within the brackets I am writing BX, square brackets. What is the meaning of this one? So AX and the BX are two registers. AX and BX are the two registers, as you can see in my example. Register indirect. Register indirect. So what is the meaning of this register indirect? In the register indirect mode, the effective address is in either source index or the destination index. These are the two index registers. Along with that, base register is there. So these are the possible combinations which we can use. Suppose if I am making use of the BX register, as I used here BX register. So move AX comma BX. What is the meaning of this one? So simply try to understand this. BX is equals to, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the value. So internally what a microprocessor will do, move AX comma value of the BX is 1, 2, 3, 4. So now it is becoming the address. The 1, 2, 3, 4 is address. It is not data. It is address, not data. You know the difference between address and the data. An address will be represented with the help of the @ symbol or within the square braces, and data will be represented directly or with the help of the # symbol. So in this case 1, 2, 3, 4 within the braces. So the reason is it is an address. 1024 is 1, 2, 3, 4 is address and it is not data. So the value at 1, 2, 3, 4 will be moved to AX register. That is the meaning. Suppose if 1, 2, 3, 4 location is having value 10, then AX is equals to 10. So this is the register indirect addressing mode. We are specifying the address value of the particular register. So register. So how we are not specifying directly, indirectly we are specifying. So that's the reason we are calling it as an register indirect. Register indirect addressing mode. Okay, and what are the possible registers you can use in this register addressing mode are source index, destination index, and the BX register, base register. So these you can use. Okay, these you can use when you want to transfer the data. So this is about the register indirect addressing mode. And next one, as you can see in examples here, so move AX and move BX and DL, and next move AX comma SI, meaning is same. Value presented DI and value presented BX address and value presented SI address. Fine. And next one will be the based index addressing mode. Based index addressing mode. Fine. Are you following? Just raise your hands. Are you following? Yeah, you can raise your hands. Cool. Based index addressing mode. So what is a based index addressing mode? As a name itself is indicating based. Base means the starting point or starting address of a memory segment. Based index addressing mode. So in this, the effective address is sum of the base index and index register. So what we will do, base registers are BX and BP, and index registers are SI and DI. So we are making use of the two combination. The addressing mode is based indexed. Base indexed addressing mode. Base indexed addressing modes means base. What is base? The base we are having two things, BX comma BI, and index you have SI comma DI. So BX comma BP, base pointer, and index SI comma DI. So together if you are clubbing these two things, this is for base, based, and this is for indexed, indexed. Together if you are combining, that means BX comma SI. If you give, that is based indexed, making use of base and index. So BP, so move AL comma SI BP plus SI. What is the meaning of this one? Move AL comma within the braces BP plus SI. In simple terms, we are moving the data into AL register by adding BP and SI values. Let us take an example. Suppose if BP is having some 10 and SI is having some 1, 2, 3, 4. If you add BP plus SI together, you will get BP plus SI together, you will get 1, 2. So 10 you can add here, 4, 4. So the value which is present at 1, 2, 4, 4 location. Suppose if 1, 2, 4, 4 is having the value is equals to 50, then value of AL is equals to 50. That is the meaning. That is the meaning. So base plus indexed register value. So BP plus SI. So BP plus SI you have here, and the values we are joining base pointer and the SI. So this one is base and based, and this one is index value. So index value. Together we are calling it as an displacement. Displacement. Displacement will be found with the help of the two registers BP plus SI. This kind of addressing mode will be called as an based indexed addressing mode. So BP value, SI value, join these two, you will get one unique value. That value is not a data. So this is an address. Why? Because which is placed in the square braces. So 1244 is an address. So the value present at this address will be moved into the AL register. In my example, I took it as an assume it is a 50. So the value of AL will be the 50. So did you understand? Raise your hands. Just raise your hands. Did you understand? Yeah, good. Next one. And the next one will be the indexed addressing mode. So name itself indicating indexed addressing mode. So index only we will take. You know what is index? SI and DI. SI and DI will be an indexed addressing mode. Suppose if you are taking only indexed addressing mode, the sum of index register and the displacement. So move AX, it is a 16-bit register, and SI and the DI 2000 you will have. So 2000 will be an address as we are telling the displacement. So that's the reason we are taking 2000. So simply if you are taking index registers, so here index register. So index will definitely have the displacement. For example, move AX comma, and I am taking the index registers are SI source index, and with the displacement of like 2000 if you are taking, then how it will be computed? So the register AX AX register will get the data from SI plus 2000. For example, SI is having the value 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and if you are adding 2000 to it, so the displacement, so not displacement, suppose if you are adding 2000, so the total value will become 3, 2, 3, 4. So this is a value. Okay, we are adding this value. Now the 3, 2, 3, 4 will be an address. It is not a value, you know this one also. So you know the value which is present at this will be moved into the AX. For example, if it's 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the value of AX is equals to 4, 5, 6, 7. Assumption. Assume the value which is presented 3, 2, 3, 4 will be the 4, 5, 6, 7. Then the value of AX will be the 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will be called as an index addressing mode. Indexed. So to index we have the possible registers which you can use here under index is source index and the destination index. That is about the index registers. Okay, and now base, you know, base register, base pointer and the BX. So base pointer and the BX register. So here you can see in the same way we will do how we did for the index register. So move AL comma BP 100 plus 0100. So these two values will be added. Suppose let us assume if the base pointer is pointing to like base register, then BX and the BP. These two are the possible registers which you can use. And for example, move AX comma within the braces. Suppose if we have BP plus some 1000. Okay. Now the value of BP plus 1000. Suppose if the BP is having the value 1, 2, 3, 4, let us assume, and the value 1000 we are going to add, displacement that we are going to add is 1000. So together you can know the value is 3234. So now it is an address, same address. Okay. Now it is an address. The value, if we are presenting 4567, then the value of AX is equals to 4567. What is the difference between base and index? Here we are using the SA and DA registers, and here we are using the BX and BP registers. Okay, so same, the concept is also same. And together if we are using base and index, now together we are using base and index, base and index with displacement. You can see here base index with displacement. It's very long. In this type of addressing mode, the effective address is sum of index register, base register, and the displaced register. Displacement. So the example is like this: move. So first of all, you need to understand what are the possible registers you can take from here. For base register, BX comma BP. For index register, SI comma DI, and displacement some value. So now we are joining all of this. For example, move AL comma, join all of this. So BX plus SI plus value, let us say 1000. Now if AL value is equals to 1500 and BL value, SI value is equals to 1500 and 1000 we are adding as a displacement. So altogether what is the value? 4000. 4000. Now this 4000 will be placed in a square bracket, and let us assume if the 4000 is having the value 1, 2, 3, 4, then the value of AL is equals to, so we cannot take, so I will take here AX. So as it is a 16-bit register, AL is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, because 16-bit data I am representing. So this is the based index addressing mode. Why I am explaining all of this with the help of example is, you will get problems sometimes in the 2 marks questions and the 5 marks question. That's the reason each and every addressing mode I am explaining with the help of the numerical examples. So they will give like this. Let us assume the base value will be the BX value will be the 1500. Okay, the BX value will be the 1500 and SI value will be the 1500 and displacement is 1000, and the 4000 location is having the value 1, 2, 3, 4. And what are the contents of AX register? Like that they will ask. What are the contents of AX register? So in that case, you need to perform all these calculations, and the value which is there at 4000, that should be an AL value, the AX value. So here that value will be stored here, AX. So this type of an addressing mode will be called as an based indexed with displacement. We are performing sum of index, base, and register and displacement. Okay, and next one is the last three we have: simple mode, string addressing mode. What is this string? In simple stuff, string is a group of characters. String is a group of characters. So if you want to indicate that is a string, simple move s. So move s. S is used for indicating the string. So the meaning of this one is moving string value. Moving string value. So the simple example is move S, W. W is a string. String word. The meaning of this one is string word. Suppose if you want to move string byte, then string B. So this no need of concentrating much on this. So just you try to remember at least two terms. Move S, B. B means a byte. Okay. B means a byte. So here move S means a byte and move W means word. So the string addressing mode, we can make use of the string addressing mode, but directly we have the move S, moving the string value. And next two are the input and output modes. So as the name itself indicating input data and output data. So with respect to the in and out instructions, we have two opcodes, input and output. Two opcodes, those are the in and out. In and out, very important question for the 2 marks. What are the in and out instructions that will be supported by the 8086 microprocessor? Those are the in operand, this is for input, out operand for output. And examples are in 84. What is this 84? 84 is the port number. From which port you are going to take the data. Always in and out will have the port numbers. You need to specify the port numbers. So when we are making use of the from which port you are taking the data, input you are taking from the 84 port. That is the meaning. Taking data from 84 port number. That is the meaning. And sending data to 84 port number. That is out 84. Meaning of this one is sending data to 84 port number. Sending data to 84 port number. The meaning of out 84 is, okay, the meaning of out 84 is this one. And here taking data from 84 port. So that is an example for the previous one. So in 84 meaning is this one, out 84 meaning is this one. These are the in and out addressing modes. In and out. In the given example here, you can see in A48 means A register taking the value from 45th port number, 45 port number. And out means A register is writing data to from accumulator to 50th port number, it is writing the data. That is the meaning. And the last one will be an relative addressing mode. Relative addressing mode. So in this effective address, so effective address will be calculated with the help of the instruction pointer. So instruction pointer. So the relative address will be calculated like this. IP is equals to IP plus 8-bit address. So the 8-bit address, whatever you are taking. So instruction pointer. So here you will have the relative. So in the relative addressing modes, what we are taking, two values we are taking. IP is equals to IP plus 8-bit address. For example, IP is equals to instruction pointer plus 8-bit address. Suppose if you are taking either 64 or 75, whatever you are taking. So if an instruction pointer value is 100, IP is equals to 100, then so IP is equals to 164 you will get. So the 164 is an instruction pointer which is pointing to the base location. So that is a way of calculating the effective address. Effective address. Okay. So this is about the addressing modes which we are using in 8086 microprocessor. And I am like asking all the students to remember register, immediate, displacement or direct or register indirect and the based indexed and base and index also. Based index and indexed and the base and base index with displacement. Is displacement and the string mode and input output. So at least till base index with displacement everyone has to remember. and string and input output and relative will be an extra. So but when we are writing the programs, these all we will use. When we are writing programs, these all we will use. Okay, not a single one. When we are writing this, we will make use of each and everything, not only single one. Fine. So that's it. That's about the 8086 addressing modes. So with the help of the example, I explained each and every addressing mode in detail. So if you have any queries, like you can ask me the queries as well.